Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video, I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Vivo V17. By the way guys, I'll also be making a dedicated video for the best features where I'll be showing you all the features offered by this phone. So definitely check out that video, link will be in the description. Now with that said, first I want to start off with always on display. You can access it from settings and then you can select home screen lock screen settings and you can find it over here. Just in case if you can't find it over there, you can also search for it in the settings. Anyway, let's go to home screen and then select always on display. Now enable this toggle. Once you do that, always on display will be enabled. Now here's a quick preview. This is the always on display. If you don't like this particular clock face, you also have other clock faces like this. And here's a quick preview once again. So that's always on display. As this phone also uses an AMOLED display, it doesn't drain your battery, and if you're annoyed with the always on display being on all the time, you can also schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off at a specific time. If you want to save some battery even while using this feature, you can schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off using these settings. Next, I'm going to show you how to change your fingerprint animations. Now here's a quick preview before we get started. So this is the in-display fingerprint scanner and that's a quick icon. Now whenever you place on it, you get that animation. Now if you want to change that, you can change it from settings, go to settings, then select dynamic effects, then select fingerprint recognition animations. Now these are the different animations that we have, and you can select the one that you like and click apply to set it as the default fingerprint animation. So here we go, that's the new animation. In the same way, we can also change the facial recognition animation from here and even the charging animation. Now I'm going to give you a quick tour of the overall user interface. So this is the user interface that's on the Vivo phone, and you can swipe on the left side to bring up the toggles. So this is the new control center. Over here we have all these toggles, and on the right side we have a slider for brightness and for volume control. Now this A is for auto brightness and this shortcut is for settings. Now in the control center, if you click this button over here, you get a full panel with some additional shortcuts. You can add extra shortcuts by clicking this button and then add all these shortcuts directly to your control center. Now if you want to rearrange these toggles, you can easily do that by pressing this button and then rearrange them by just doing this. Once you're done, click done and the new layout is fixed. So this is the new control center. If you want something smaller, you can always minimize it like that. Now let's have a quick look at the camera interface. So this is a new camera interface on the Vivo phones, and now we have this toggle over here to switch between the primary camera and 2x zoom. By the way, this phone doesn't have a telephoto lens, it is just a digital zoom. So it's just like taking a picture and cropping in. Next we have a toggle over here, and once you click it, you get some extra options. First we have the ultra wide angle. So if you want to take pictures using the wide angle camera, this is what you need to do. Next we also have the bokeh mode. So if you click over here, you will be able to take portrait shots. And finally we have super macro mode over here. Now even though this phone has a dedicated portrait mode, if you directly take pictures in this mode, you won't get the bokeh effect. You need to enable this bokeh toggle to get the background blur effect. Now while you're in this mode, we can take pictures with background blur effect. You can also increase or decrease the amount of background blur effect you want using this slide over here. And even after you take a picture, you can change the amount of background blur effect you want. So that's pretty cool. Next, we also have different background lighting effects. And to access that, you need to click this button over here, that's for filters, then select portrait light effects. And these are the different portrait lighting effects that we have. That's pretty similar to the iPhones. Next, we have a dedicated night mode for the rear camera. And this phone also has a dedicated night mode for selfies. So that's pretty cool. Now this is the interface for the front facing camera, and it looks like all the previous Vivo phones. So there's nothing new over here. And if you go to the complete right side, you get some extra options. And the new one over here is Jovi Vision. And using this feature, you can search for anything using your camera. So it has recognized that minion. So this is the minion, we get some quick links. So that's Jovi Vision. By the way guys, as of now, camera interface on all the latest Vivo phones, or at least the Vivo phones running the latest OS, is kinda buggy. Like all the controls are scrambled at different places and they're not organized very well. So with the future update, it might improve. Anyway, next I'm going to show you different capturing methods. For that, go to settings, and once you're in settings, select shutter. Now these are the three different capturing modes. First we have touch, and once you enable this feature, you can just touch the preview window to take a picture. And just like that. It even works for selfies. Just touch the screen to take a picture. Next we have voice control, and here's a quick preview. we can say cheese, shoot to take a picture. Finally, we have palm gesture, and once you enable this feature, you can take a picture by just showing your palm to your camera, and your phone takes a picture in 2 seconds. So guys, those were the different capturing methods. Next we have Ultra Game Mode. You can access it from the toggles. Just swipe up and here's the toggle. Just long press on it to get some additional options. Whenever you install any game, you get some extra cool options using this feature. Especially for PUBG, you get extra features like game countdown and 4D game vibration. For more information on that, check my video on best features. Next, I'm going to show you some new navigation gestures, and to enable them, you need to go to settings, then select system navigation, then select navigation gestures. Now to go home, you can swipe from the bottom of the screen and it takes you home. For recent apps, swipe and hold and you'll get the recent applications. Next, for control center, swipe from the left bottom of the screen and there you get the control center. And finally, to go back a step, you can swipe from the right side or left side or the bottom right side. It's a pretty cool implementation and personally, I love it. Here's a quick preview once again. Next, if you're planning to use Face Unlock feature on this phone, I'd suggest you to enable these two toggles. First one is the screen fill light, so that Face Unlock works better even in low lighting conditions. Next, make sure you disable this toggle, stay on lock screen after unlocking, so that your phone unlocks automatically. Here's a quick preview. Next, this phone also has a dedicated dark mode. You can enable it from the toggles or from the display settings. And once you enable it, this is how the phone looks. All the UI elements change. You get a brand new control center, new recent apps page. Even the themes for stock applications like phone dialer, SMS application also change. Now your phone will look much more cooler, strains your eyes less at night, and also helps you save some battery. By the way, we can also schedule this dark mode to work only at a specific time. Next we have split screen mode. Split screen mode has been on Android for a very long time, but on this phone there is a pretty neat shortcut. To open any application in split screen mode, just swipe down using 3 fingers and it opens the current application in a split screen mode, and you can select the secondary application from the list below. On previous Vivo phones, only the apps displayed in the list are supported, but now almost all the applications support split screen mode. Next, I'm going to show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, go to settings, and now you need to search for system app settings. Select your phone dialer, and now select record settings. Now select record all calls automatically. Once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. By the way guys, this feature is available in India but might not be available in other countries. So if you can't find this feature, try using a third-party application. Next, I'm going to show you how to change your default apps, whether you want to change your default launcher, browser or so on. For that, first go to settings, then select applications, then select permission management and default apps. Now from this page, you can change your default keyboard, default launcher, that's your home screen, browser, video player, music player and so on. I would definitely suggest you to check this out and change your default applications. Next we have flashlight notifications, and you can access it from system settings. Just search for it and you can find it. And once you enable this feature, every time you get a notification, your flashlight blinks and gives you a visual indication. Next we have a pretty unique feature on this phone called Smart Click, which will allow you to perform a quick action. These are the settings. You can perform multiple tasks, but personally I use it to turn on and turn off flash. So here's a quick preview. When the phone is locked and the display is off, you can press and hold the volume down button to turn on the flash. To turn off the flash, you can either press the power button or just press and hold the volume down button. This is one of my favorite features on this phone. Next, I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot on this phone. Like on any other Android phone, you can press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. And it works anywhere, every time. If that's a bit hard for you, we also have the 3-finger screenshot gesture. It's enabled by default, so all you need to do is just swipe up using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. And once again, even this gesture works everywhere without any hiccups. Next, I'm going to show you how to take a long screenshot. For that, first we need to take a normal screenshot. You can either use the buttons or the gesture, and then click long screenshot. Now we need to click the next button. Once you're done, click save and you'll get a long screenshot. Next, I'm going to show you how to display the battery percentage on the status bar. For that, you need to go to settings, then select status bar and notification. From here, select battery percentage. Then select outside the battery icon. Once you do that, we can see the battery percentage on the status bar beside the battery icon. Next, if you want to display the network speed or your internet usage on the status bar, just enable this toggle. Once you do that, you can see a small indication of the network usage on the status bar. Next, I'm going to show you how to disable the lock screen poster. Now here's a quick preview of the lock screen. Every time you go to the lock screen, you see a different wallpaper. Some people like it, some people hate it. If you're like me, if you want to get rid of it, this is what you can do. Go to settings and then select home screen and lock screen settings. Now select lock screen poster, and just disable this toggle. Once you do that, we have a fixed lock screen wallpaper. So guys, those are the most important tips and tricks for the Vivo V17. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description. If you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. With that said, I'm Nikhil signing off. Have a nice day.